He got a tweet that I thought was hilarious, right? Like, watch this, dude. This is so great.
By the way, Anissa reached out. She wants to meet at the Motel 6 tonight at 11.
Excuse me?
Because I'm gonna for her, because she's the cuck. No good?
Okay, Ian?
Him.
Right.
Anissa reached out to me.
You know, the first time that you made the Anissa the cuck joke, it hit really good.
Well,
and I feel like each subsequent one we're getting further and further.
What was wrong with the one with that? I thought that
just sounded.
I mean, his joke didn't land whatsoever. The thing that makes this funny is, ha 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 ha, what a freak. The king of new incels, iDubbbz soulless husk, woke up, tweeted this about a guy with wife and kids, bro. Incel has lost all meaning. It is hilarious. I love that iDubbbz thinks that he has any standing here. It's adorable, actually. Hasan's little lapdog is real upset. Remember, iDubbbz used to be funny, guys. You gotta remember that he used to be a funny creator, and now we get great moments like this, bro.
How can you claim to actually?
Dude. What's up, Ian? Hold on.
Orange Justice.
iDubbbz is doing an anti-Semitic dance, and
I'm not gonna lie, dude. That is the funniest thing I've ever heard Hasan say, and it's just like a poor, like, look how like how much of a he looks like that thing, the Russian sleep experiment toy, like. Dude, tell me, dude. Tell me the bro doesn't look like that. Dude, tell me this isn't him, bro. Tell me this isn't him. Hold on. Oh my god, dude, look at him, dude. Look at the similarities, bro. It's so sad. It's so sad. He's like a husk of a soulless void of a skinwalker, dude. It's glorious. Like, Hasan is a douche, right? Hasan's a douche. He's a loser. He's out there saying, like, we should all, like, gather around and get in a circle jerk with a bunch of terrorists. But iDubbbz doesn't know what he's walked into. You can tell Hasan's just, like, making jokes right away, and Ian doesn't have personality. He's a skinwalker, so he didn't really understand joke. People made joke. No.
And through the interwebs, he's actually communicating in a very
bro. And I like that his big play was this like cringe ass dance, bro. He just comes in and he's like, "Let me do one of these, dude. Let me do one of these." Dude, the awkward silence while he starts fucking T-posing, bro. It's just so much quiet. It's so long. No sound, no music's playing. He's like, look, I'm iDubbbz. I showed up, dude.
and through the interwebs, he's actually communicating in a very scary anti-Semitic manner. No. Bad empanada in my Discord says, tell iDubbbz to get off the cuck chair and pick up the sword. Do it. I don't even put it back up on the mantle.
Look how uncomfortable he is, bro. Look, he knows he made a mistake last time, and now he's just fucking in this position. His wife, like, literally was like, you are not getting pegged tonight, iDubbbz, if you do not get in that chair and show up on Hasan's stream. That way, at least when I'm pegging you, I can think of it as Hasan's ass. That's Anissa's whole mindset right now.
Prominently placed in my living room.
How can you?
Oh my god, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Now, I saw the Sensitive Society made a video that was like, you're so effing pathetic, and I'm very interested to see what he covers. I really wanted to cover that little snippet. I thought that was hilarious. I think that him calling, while he sits in the cuck chair, he calls Ethan Klein an incel. This is so poetic. This is the most poetic drama I have stumbled upon in a long time, and it just keeps getting more juicy and juicy minute by minute.
I'm gonna keep talking about out everyone involved in this whole Hasan, iDubbbz, Tectone, Denims, Frogan. I thought it was done. I thought it was
No,
over.
dude, this is gonna keep going for an eternity, dude. Not really an eternity until the next big drama, but I just don't see anything really knocking this off the mantle for this year. 2025 is just gonna keep imploding. I mean, I know I'm getting distracted again, but somebody already made a content cop on iDubbbz and it was better than iDubbbz's content cop, like miles better. I don't want to watch it on stream because it is very long, but you can definitely find it. It's made by some guy named Cameron. I'll get you the actual name here in a second, but I'm gonna let the video play.
Fiend, No Mas, but iDubbbz and his friend group, which combines probably the top lowest IQ individuals in America, keep talking. Denims apparently wants to sue Ethan, and iDubbbz just keeps getting worse. There's so much stuff to cover, so little time on planet Earth. If you enjoy this, drop a like, subscribe. Let's get sense out the hood. Let's just get right into it. Denims claims she will be suing Ethan Klein.
This is so hilarious, by the way. I know I'm looking up that content comp iDubbbz at the same time, but Jesus, dude, Denims is suing Ethan. But the whole thing is it's defamation for him saying that she was the one that did the CPS call. Now, I think the only position that he sits at from that, from what I've the millions of clips that I've watched for this whole drama, is she signal boosted it, which she did. She didn't combat it right away when by saying at any time that this is probably not reliable information coming from Bad Empanada. They treated Bad Empanada like he's not a schizo, which he is, and by doing that, she did platform and signal boost the allegations of him being a bad dad that then led to the CPS call. I do think that is pertinent, but Ethan has covered his bases on that, so I think this is just I think this is just posturing from Denims. This is the same thing she did. Now, again, I think Destiny is a disgusting, like, weird sexual freak, right? But at the same time, this is the same thing when Destiny started getting some flack about all these allegations coming out against him. She popped in there when her whole recording that was on file we saw on the Willie Mack show thing was literally him just mad at her for fucking a guy on Destiny's couch when he said, if you really need a place to stay, you can stay at my place. He never said, please bring a guy over and fuck them on my couch. That was the whole recording, and Denims made it sound like she like he kicked her out of his house because she wouldn't sleep with him. That's the way she made it sound. So I don't believe a fucking thing that comes from Denims. I think this is posturing to get her community to rally more against or behind her instead of Ethan.
And for defamation.
Not that her community would have ever riled against Ethan anyways, because they're so obsessed with her and her tits that they don't actually listen to any of her positions. They're just going through a box of tissues every stream because they have nothing else going in life and they're just like jerking off to people on the internet.
Even setting up a GoFundMe. Now, because you guys don't know, Denims is a very disgusting individual. She is Hasan's lapdog, and no, that is not Frogan. Frogan, despite her size, is like a little chihuahua, and somehow this already raised $5,000 in a few hours. Ethan Klein lied about me for supporting CPS coming to his home. If he doesn't retract, this GoFundMe is for legal fees to hold him responsible for his lies. If he retracts, this GoFundMe will be refunded. The goal is $150,000. Don't you think Ethan is gonna fight back?
By the way, before I put my opinion on that. This is the video right here. It's called Content Cop. It's Content Cop iDubbbz. It's by Cameron F305. He is this is a fantastic video. You guys definitely need to check this out. This is one of the best takedowns I've seen in a while. This is what. If iDubbbz would have taken the time to make a video like this, which he used to make videos like this, I think that the H3 one would have been a lot better, and I don't think he ended up doing one on H3. I think if he actually did the research that he used to do for these videos, he would have ended up flipping sides. But he doesn't want his wife to stop pegging his asshole, so he knew that he had to just listen to whatever Daddy Hasan said and put whatever he said in the video, which turns it into a boring fucking breadtube video. But this video is fantastic. This is by, again, Cameron F305.
This is a fight that she will not win. I don't know why she's doing this. And on top of everything, I think this is a huge...
And a thing that I was going to say about the Ethan thing is he has said, obviously, they're not supporting the fact that that a CPS is getting called because that looks bad optically. They will say something in the middle of a 4-hour live stream where they're like, I obviously condemn harassment. Anyways, Ethan Klein is an ugly fucking schmiggle bagel person, and he deserves all the hate that's ever coming to him. Actually, I don't support harassment. You know what I mean? They're gonna cover it, but I think that he does have a point for her signal boosting the bad father allegations that led to CPS. I think that is fair, but I don't think he was the one. I don't think like she spearheaded and told her community to do it. I just don't think she combated it right away. So I think that's true.
Waste of time.
And we will. I think like by going to court, it's only gonna make her look worse. But I think what her goal is just to put pressure on Ethan and get people to like maybe rally against her even more.
Energy, resources. These are the same people who are always preaching about Palestine, free Palestine, donate to Palestine. What would you ask for $150,000?
Oh, again, another funny thing is they want to attack Ethan for frivolous lawsuits, right? Oh, you're going after Noah Sampson with this frivolous lawsuits, and then they're hitting it back. This is such a tit for tat shit throwing war. This is straight up turned into litigation retards fighting. This is legal retards fighting on a litigation level, which is just like amplifying this to an even better state for me.
So you can fight some small petty lawsuit, okay, that you won't lose. This is literally a dig measuring contest right here. Why don't you donate $150,000 towards Palestine? I don't get it. Why would you waste it on dumb legal fees when you could use it to help out? Doesn't make any sense. This is just ridiculous. And on top of this could backfire massively because she herself said this about a YouTuber, and it's not very nice stuff.
He was just posting Nazi shit, okay? I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how else to explain it other than he was posting Nazi shit.
Yeah, I don't remember Froggy Fresh posting Nazi shit, to be honest. He wasn't doing that. He posted a short picture on his Instagram, or maybe it was like a short video of him boxing with Sam Hyde, and that led to just an insane fallout and iDubbbz screwing over his event and screwing over one of the fighters in his event because he doesn't like Sam Hyde. That's the actual thing. Now, you can make a case for Sam Hyde being way too edgy, donating to some groups that like have some like hardcore I would call that group kind of Nazi-ish. I would definitely say that. So, and I don't agree with giving them money. I don't agree with giving any type of like radical group money like that. But that doesn't mean that Froggy Fresh in and of himself is that. So it's just, this is super disingenuous.
And I'm gonna say it honestly. I'm gonna say, good on them for kicking him from the fight. You shouldn't have spaces that are welcoming to Nazis.
Yeah, it's a classic example of being like, well, I don't like this person. All right, he made a few jokes about so-and-so WEF. He's a Nazi, guys. I love that this is the internet in 2025. I don't like you, so I'm just gonna start calling you a Nazi. All right. Now, is this slander? Absolutely. You always slander people. You're always defaming people. Like, come on. Guys, I'm gonna sue Ethan Klein for defamation, even though I do the same shit on a weekly basis towards everyone else. But when they do it to me, I don't like it. Okay, that's a very base or epic. So like I mentioned, iDubbbz, for whatever reason, went on stream with Hassan Piker. I swear to God, iDubbbz has...
This is glorious. I've already covered this a little bit before we got into this, just because of how cringe this was, but I love it.
To have a humiliation fetish. Ain't no way you let another man tell you this.
Half of these dudes literally get educated in America and in the UK. What the fuck are you guys talking about?
The more you learn,
this is why it's Orientalist. To literally look at these dudes and go, oh no, they're fucking barbaric baboons. And don't laugh at his fucking...
Oh my god, dude. iDubbbz has the audacity to have a sense of humor. I haven't seen this clip. Have a sense of humor for 2 seconds, and Hassan's like, shut the fuck up, dude. You're not allowed to laugh.
Stupid ass.
No, it's a Seinfeld thing, you know? It's Ty Lopez in the modern era. That's it.
I don't even understand half these fucking references. I feel like I needed to be online when it was 2013 or something.
Yeah.
Hassan,
oh, that hurts. That's so mean, bro. That's so fucking... Poor iDubbbz is sitting there. Dude, it's so funny because I've seen some other clips from it, and all the criticism that Hassan ends up levying is just projection the entire time. But also it's like projection and an attack on exactly what iDubbbz does as well. So iDubbbz is just kind of sitting there soullessly, like internally thinking about how this is also like kind of exactly what he does. It's fucking hilarious, dude.
I get it, you're unk, but you were online in 2013, 2014. What are you talking about? Oh, you were making your bro tips videos back in the day.
We have 2 babes of the week this week. 1, Lady Gaga. 2, Kate Middleton. You decide who the babe of the week is by commenting below. Shout out to Elon Musk, the ultimate swag champion of all time, for unveiling his...
The ultimate swag champion of all time. Who do you want to fuck this week, bro? Oh, dude, whose ass cheeks do you want to spread open and shove your fucking foot into, my dog? Check it out, dude. I have an ultra-wide double scoop neck, my dude.
His latest invention, the Hyperloop, earlier this afternoon. Now, the serious question I have for Elon Musk is this. How do you have the time to come up with this shit when women are probably tossing their salads your way faster than you can say Hyperloop in every single corner? You're a designated genius, you're a good-looking dude, and you happen to be a f***ing billionaire. Anyway, Elon, I admire your conquest in becoming the real-life Tony Stark without the creepy facial hair, and for that, you are our bro of the week.
iDubbbz is just having a good laugh, okay? He's just laughing. He's
And it's so funny because I think that he's actually talked about how he's never liked Elon Musk. And again, dude, he'll gaslight his audience into believing anything. But it's so funny seeing his old bro of the week bullshit from back in the day. When he digs up shit from people's past all the fucking time. But if anybody has to say anything about him, bro, he's like, context, that wasn't real, blah, blah, blah. Oh, it's glorious, dude. Fucking just sitting there just begging for Elon Musk to just spray his seed onto his fucking face.
It's like a little kid. He's having joy for the first time in over 8 years, and Hasan immediately shuts him down. Be like, no, not laugh at that, Mr. Dubbs. That's not okay. Now I'm gonna go fuck your wife. Talking about Mr. iDubbbz, he actually responded to Ethan because Ethan said this.
By the way, Anissa reached out. She wants to meet at the Motel 6 tonight at 11.
Excuse me?
Because I'm gonna fuck him for her? Because she's the cuck? No good?
Okay, Ian?
Him.
Right.
Anissa reached out to me.
You know, the first time that you made the Anissa the cuck joke, it hit really good.
Well,
and I feel like each subsequent one we're getting further and further.
Oh, by the way, based action figure in the background. Wait, we missed it, but it's Cobra from Stallone from Cobra action figure. And if you notice, my icon for my channel, this isn't my channel. My icon for my channel is Cobra from the movie Cobra, Stallone from the movie Cobra, except for with the cyberpunk background. I thought it was a cool picture. When I used to be in shape, I kind of had a Stallone thing going on. Now I'm like fat Stallone. I'm like morbidly obese. If Chris Farley and Stallone had a child, I'm what it would look like.
What's wrong with the one with that? I thought that
it just sounded weird. Kind of creepy.
Well, it is. That's her thing. I wasn't gonna show up, by the way.
Okay.
I was gonna send fake Ethan.
It's Senator Kirsten Gillibrand.
He just, I can't remember, I think his name's Dan. If fake Ethan is just Dan in an Ethan Klein mask who's going to fuck iDubbbz in the ass. That's his whole play is I'm gonna go fuck iDubbbz in the mask dressed as Ethan Klein. I mean, it would make sense. Like, it seems like every week another one of these fucking prominent streamers comes out as a fucking creep.
Jewish.
No, I do think that's a pretty funny clip. One could say an extremely based moment. And iDubbbz did respond.
Bro, can you not flashbang my ass with Jabba the Hutt, please? Please. I don't want to be just hit to my core with pain and sorrow.
To this, he says, ha ha ha, what a freak, the new king of incels. Now, I don't know if iDubbbz has head trauma, CTE potentially, but that is not the definition of an incel. How are you gonna call someone with wife and kids an incel? Out of all the insults you could have thrown out, you're going with, he's an incel, guys, because he made a joke about my wife. If anything, Hasan Piker is closer to the definition of incel because he has no kids, he has no wife, no girlfriend. He's just hating. So yeah, if anything is closer to the definition of an incel, it's your buddy Hasan. Super common iDubbbz L. iDubbbz and his stupid friend group continue to act stupid, continue to give us content.
And it's one of those terms. It's one of those terms that has just been thrown around and lost all meaning. It's like when they call people racist for absolutely nothing. It sucks because there's actually like people out there that are fucking sitting online at the bottom of their parents' dungeon basement. Their parents have a sex dungeon where they actually have fun and have a real life, and then they have the goblin den where their fucking 40-year-old son is living, sitting on 4chan and Reddit, just spurting out every day. And those guys are now like not the only incels. Now you can have a wife, kid, be very happy, living your full life, but you criticize a left-wing streamer, and all of a sudden you're an incel. When there's actual people that are just fucking no-lifers out there. It's so stupid how we're just stretching every definition to fit whatever narrative we want, just so that we can fucking have an insult that basically it's the only insult that they haven't condemned, so it's still allowed.
And rent is high, so I gotta cover this. It's always fun to see what low IQ individuals are doing, and Ethan did respond to the to the incel allegations.
How can I be an incel? I have 3 kids. I'm married. Literally, whatever, dude. Yeah, I see when I first said it, it definitely sounded bad, but we landed the plane, and listen, the plane landed, okay, and it was beat up. That thing was beat up. It was missing wings. The
any
fuel
landing
tank
you
was
survive is a
leaking,
good
but
landing.
we got out.
I suppose so.
Oh God, you guys are so funny. These people.
Dude, I would have doubled down so hard. I would have been like, oh, me with my 3 children is an incel. Your wife has been beat so hard by other people's dicks that she probably can't even have kids anymore. I would have made a joke like that or something like really fucked up in the moment if it was directed at me. Just because like we're throwing shit online. None of this really matters, right? But we're taking it. I love that these people are taking it so personally, and that's the best part about it. It's just watching these people like spurring out on each other.
Now, I don't want to spend too much time on this because this does get pretty personal and it does go beyond my understanding of things. So I just want to cover this briefly. So Hasan recently made a discovery that Tectone's dad was charged with sex crime. He did some bad things, right? Not Tectone, his dad. And he's just bringing stuff that his dad did 15 years ago, which is completely...
By the way, I covered this, and I have a video on my channel about this. It did come out that there is accusations between Tectone and his ex-girlfriend. Now, I'm kind of waiting until I actually dive into that, until I have more information, because it's something that I don't like diving into that type of shit unless I have like some concrete proof of something. Like there's been like tons of messages in between. There's been tons of the locations like ongoing. Like the Destiny stuff, there's a lot more about him being a hypocrite, him being like an abusive douchebag, for me to cover that and it'd be fun. Tectone, I don't have a lot on it, and I did want to correct the record to say that there is some allegations against him for something along the lines with his ex-girlfriend. So he's not completely clean, but I don't know all the ins and outs of the situation.
Completely unrelated to Tectone.
I did see a picture of his ex-girlfriend though, with massive boobs. I know that that's probably misogynistic to say, but like there was a picture I saw, and it was just like the allegation, and then a picture of her. And dear God, dude, those things could be used to like save everyone on the Titanic because they're just so big of flotation devices.
Attacking Tectone because of this. They're like, oh, your dad's a rapist. But Tectone didn't anyone, right? Why are we punishing this guy being Tectone, for stuff that his father did? It just doesn't make any sense. If you're gonna go after Tectone, go after stuff that he has done, not his father.
I suppose due to this all being resurfaced.
By the way, this was super fucking cringe. This was so cringe. Him crying about it on stream, bro. Anytime somebody's like fucking like in tears crying about this shit on stream, like dude used his dad to virtue signal about the military. That like evidence came out that his dad was a scumbag, but where it went too far was the fact that they then equated him to his father, which is disgusting. But he should have just used his brother, because for like his brother served in the military, and we're gonna fucking say that they all deserve PTSD. I find that disgusting. That's a decent virtue signal. But when you use your father, who was like basically sexually harassing any girl that came near him when he was in the military, that's a little I don't know. This is one of those times where I thought he looked kind of fucking stupid for crying on camera over this.
Hasan, I suppose I will no longer be interacting with my father in any way, shape, or form on my stream or my content. The past 24 hours have been very shocking. It has been very alarming. And I don't really know what to think.
Do you guys remember Frogan, the two-time rising star, Twitch streamer, whatever, the meaningless award that they gave her? She decided to jump back into the drama regarding Tectone and his father. This is the thing with Frogan. She always plays the fucking victim, yet she herself jumps into the drama whenever it's convenient to her. You know what I mean? Like, this girl's always bitching and moaning about people.
Well, that's just typical Frogan projection. I mean, she wants to play the victim, but then she wants to get out there and get in the mud and like wrestle with everybody. But as soon as the mud starts, the other person gets out of the mud and starts to like fight back, she then says, "Well, you shouldn't have attacked me. Just let me beat your head into the ground. I'm allowed to do it, but you're not allowed to do it to me. It's rules for thee and not for me" type bullshit. And that's I love that all of these massive dramas that bring like new streamers in and new content creators into the mix that have big names that would potentially in any normal situation stay as fucking far away from this as possible. It always starts with Frogan. Frogan is the gateway into making fun of Hasan.
People are being so mean to me. People are harassing me. People won't leave me alone. I only stream to like 30 viewers. Please, guys, leave me alone. I am the ultimate victim. Yet she gets into drama herself. She quoted Tectone and said, "I heard you grew up with him." And it's that meme of, well, I just played.
Hey, you know they got your mans. They got your mans on sex assault charges. Yeah, the nigga you be hanging with. The nigga you be hanging with. Oh, it's sex offender. And it was your man's. He was your boy. How you grew up with him.
Want to know the secret of authentic content?
Like, that's I hate that guilt by association shit too, dude. I really don't like it. I don't like. See, this is why, especially when it comes to stuff like that, it's like it's like when I make fun of like the Hasan at the Diddy parties thing, it's because he's utilized it to take other people down for having any association with Diddy. It's more of me throwing shit. It's not me using it as like a condemn factor. It's more everything I do is out of like jokes and shit. I don't have like any personal like, I don't know. I don't feel like I'm here to gonna change the world or prove to the world that somebody's like the worst or something. I'm just here to laugh at dipshits on the internet. That is constantly what I'm here to do. I don't like when you create your audience to be viciously go after somebody because you think you're saving the world.
That's crazy, man. You ain't know what he was doing.
This is just one of the many reasons why I dislike her. She's always talking trash. She always wants to start fights. The second it gets way too hot in the kitchen, she starts crying. It's like, please leave me alone, guys. I don't know why I'm being harassed. I literally don't do anything. And then her son and iDubbbz are defending her like she's some fucking angel. She herself is getting into drama. Quoted a tweet from almost a month ago just to get back at him. But don't you dare make fun of how irrelevant Frogan is, let alone make fun of how fucking obese she is, because then that's too far, right? Talking about too far.
And I think that's the reason why I got unbanned, to be honest. I don't think they unbanned me because they felt bad and they realized they were wrong. I think they unbanned me because they saw how fucking successful I was on fucking YouTube, as well as all of the pushback on Twitter saying, why the fuck did you ban this dude when this fat fuck Frogan is still walking free every single fucking day? Well, not walking, more like slowly, begrudgingly, like
she's schmiggle-bliggling through her house and leaving a trail of slime behind her. She wakes up in the morning and just kind of, she's like that creature, that Mr. Wazowski. You know, the Mr. Wazowski lady from Monsters Incorporated. That's Frogan, dude. Frogan is the, hey Wazowski.
Around.
Yes.
So when they unbanned you, were they like, oh, you know, this whole thing was a mistake, you can go and call Frogan fat now all you want, or what? Like, what happened?
I got unbanned and I was told to leave her alone. That is what I was told. I was told to leave Frogan alone. and this won't happen again.
I know they have immunity. They have the fucking survivor necklace to protect themselves from any wrongdoing or criticism.
By the way, I think this is dumb. I think anybody should be able to make fun of anybody. We are willfully putting ourselves out there on a platform for other people to see on a social network, and people have freedom of speech. They are allowed to make fun of us as much as fucking humanly possible. It is what you, a part of that is what, no, not a part of it. It is what you sign up for when you start doing this shit. Now, I do think when you start getting like actual harassment in the real world, when there's some IRL shit happening, you should condemn that. That is not what people sign up for. That is disgusting. But when you're just making fun of people online, and when people are roasting you on Twitter, there's really, that's part of it. That is just the ecosystem that YouTube's always been, what Twitch has always been, and only in like the last like 5 years has it turned into the people wanting everything to be a fucking safe space. Like I willfully allow anybody who wants to clip my shit, make a video about how I'm a scumbag, I will react to it on my bullshit. I will fucking commentate on it. I will laugh at myself. I am willing to do that. I'm excited. That means I motherfucking made it, bro. If people start making like hit pieces on me because it's like because they hate me or something and want to pull my fucking cum jokes out of fucking context, I am so excited for that to happen, because that's to me what YouTube is. What it was always was people talking shit about each other and having fun. So I encourage people to make fun of my channel. Like, do it. Have fun with it. Clip my shit. Make me look like a jackass. That is part of the fun of YouTube.
Not surprised at all that Twitch was like, yo, Tectone, leave Frogan alone. I wish I could be like, yeah, dude, I'm so shocked. My mind is blown. No. Now, I saw this video, and I thought it was way too good not to share with all of you guys. Hasan describes iDubbbz' life right to his face.
Have a shelf life because they don't have the same fucking stubborn nature that I do. They don't have the same interests as I do. They inevitably become their own worst enemies. They inevitably cook themselves. You might think you're riding high on the slop for a little bit.
Bro, it's so funny that he said you might be riding high on the slop, because it's the funny thing about this as well is this is Hasan explaining himself partially too. This is such projection, which makes it even more glorious. He's got iDubbbz sitting there fucking reflecting on his entire life of just being like shitty and becoming a little fucking bitch boy, and then Hasan's like the slop, when that's all he creates, bro. His whole fucking life is reacting and checking shit on Twitter, the same as every other streamer, but he acts like he's this like political genius.
But you might think you're getting showered with praise. An army of anonymous Redditors telling you you're brilliant. But at the end of the night, when you go home,
anonymous Redditors telling you you're British. You're telling you you're British. You're fucking British. No, but that's literally Hasan's audience, bro. Every time I go to Reddit, I just see like Hasan fucking talking points, and it's the most cringe shit I've ever seen. And I love the fact that he's utilizing that as a defense when half of Reddit probably supports this motherfucker.
you sit down and you look yourself in the mirror, you're not going to recognize who you've become. That's it. It's turning into a lolcow of a different variety. That's what I think.
That's so mean.
That's so mean.
Was it?
No.
No. What was it mean? No, Daddy Hasan, I'll be good boy. I'll sit in chair and smile. Huh? That's not mean at all. Fuck, that's my life, bro.
I mean, I think it's, well, I mean, I guess the truth.
Accurate.
I think the truth is what's mean. Sometimes it needs to be said.
Oh, dude, that hits so hard, dude. The truth is what's mean, bro. Bro's watching his life implode, and it's so great.
I want to know, who the fuck was he talking about? Was he talking about Ethan, or was he talking about iDubbbz? Damn, that had to hurt. I mean, iDubbbz' fall off needs to be studied everywhere. That is a crazy fall off. Peak. And I mean, peak cinema. Shout out to whoever made that. But anyways, with that said, I think we've covered everyone. Tectone, Frogan, Hasan Piker,
Old Hummus Pickles. But that was Sensitive Society's video. It was called You're So Effing Pathetic. I've already said that, but some people like to say that I don't give credit to the people that I'm watching. You could see it right there. I've been so busy lately, sometimes I miss putting it in my description just because I'm swarmed, bro. I work a full-time job. I have a family, and sometimes I miss that shit when I'm making the descriptions. But I do want to look at something real quick. I want to look at to show you kind of a thing, right? So you look at iDubbbz's content deputy, right? You got his content deputy at 1.8 million views. That seems like a lot. Now we're gonna do a little H3 podcast, right? We're going to H3 podcast. Now, this shit's been blowing up like crazy because he's been covering all the drama, and drama pays bills online. But oh, no, we need to go to live. Live. So, the 4-hour episode where he covers fucking the content deputy has 1 million views as well. So the fact that this shit, he's like almost equaling the views, and there's people who have covered this. I'm sure, dude. I'm fucking sure that if you went to Asmongold's channel, he probably has a gajillion views where he's shitting on the content deputy. If he reacted to the content deputy, I don't know if he did or not. Dude, he covers so much fucking right-wing cringe. I don't think he covered the content deputy. But like, obviously, I think that it would probably hit like a few million views. I mean, it's just funny because like iDubbbz is like, you would think that like he's getting like 1 million views sounds like a lot, but when you go from like almost a 7 million view video because of the fact that people were like, holy shit, he's attacking his best friend, we gotta see this shit. Oh, there hasn't been a contact cop in like 8 years, we gotta see this shit. Or 7 years or whatever it's been. That has a lot of pull, but the content deputy was, everybody was already burnt with the content cop, so not as many people are going to click on that content deputy because it's fucking cringe. They realize iDubbbz has lost the plot, and I don't think his next content cop, when he does it on like content cop Asmongold or content cop Nick Fuentes or content cop fucking Steven Crowd, I don't know, I'm just naming right-wing people at this point, Ben Shapiro, when he does like a content cop with those people, I don't think anybody's gonna give a shit, to be honest. I don't think anybody's gonna care. It's gonna be something where people are gonna point and laugh. People are gonna be making tons of money off of the fact that iDubbbz is continuously downfalling to the most like pathetic degree. And it doesn't matter. The view count matters. The view count matters in this the thing is to show the drop from what iDubbbz did with the content cop to his deputy, and the fact that it kind of goes to an overlay between. It shows an overlay between like him kind of losing who he was, and because he lost who he was. He is now just kind of like consistently falling. He's spiraling. He's doing exactly what Hasan was saying in that he's losing relevancy because he lost the fact of who he was. That's kind of what I was saying in the show, that the only reason that he had so much swing was because he attacked his best friend. That was the real pull of why people watched the content cop. The content deputy, people already felt like they were burnt by the content cop because it fucking sucked. It was even on the aspect of it, even if you hate Ethan, right? Even if you, which I don't like Ethan Klein. I think that the way he ladder pulled was disgusting, but even if you support Hasan in this, I think if you want to look at it objectively compared to his old content cops, it's not even close to as entertaining. It's not even as close to as fun. It's missing do you think he cares to be relevant? iDubbbz, do you think iDubbbz cares to be relevant? I think iDubbbz made the video because Anissa and again, this is more, I think Anissa and him want to be friends with Hasan. They want to be looked at as the good guys. They've always wanted to be looked at, like, ever since they disavowed their whole audience and went on like a tangent about how basically they went on this this whole virtue signal tour, which Ethan Klein was a part of at that time, which I had a problem with him during that time. They all wanted to be the most virtuous, fucking pristine people on the internet, and I think that they've kind of got lost in this the progressive sauce with like the progressive YouTube landscape, and they didn't want to alienate them from the people that they're fans of. That's what I think happened. And I think that they saw that this is a way to get in the good graces of the Hasan groups. And of course, like, every video should be the video. I don't think the point of the video was to be fun and entertaining. That is a chat I get. I'm fucking sorry if you're gonna make a content cop, a series that has not only taken down creators in a critical light, but also been fun and entertaining. You should be able to do both. I'm sorry to give him a pass just because you don't like Ethan and you stand on a different side of Ethan does not gonna make me say, oh, I'm gonna give him a pass on this one because I agree with his sentiments. No, fuck that, dog. No, you're gonna come back after 7 years, put out the laziest fucking breadtube video after you he set the bar. He set the bar of what a fun, entertaining takedown video should be, and to come back and not make it fun and entertaining, fuck out of here. And that's why I think his views dropped so drastically on his content deputy. But that's all I got to say on that one, guys. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.